Hello everyone and welcome back to our roller series, and with me today we've got our Bomag 120 twin drum roller from WHC Hire. Today we're going to go over the full pre-operational checks that you should be doing for this machine every time you want to use it. To get started with, we're going to do our visual checks, followed by our fluids and levels, and then our final electrical and safety tests. Let's get started. So to begin our visual checks, we're going to do a start at the front of the machine and work all our way around. First and foremost is to ensure that the reflectors and also the lights are in good working order and there's no cracks in them. We can also make sure that the scraper bar underneath here is clear and our water suppression system nozzles are clear also. Once you're happy with that, we can move round to the first drum on the left hand side of the machine. And this is our first drum on the front left hand side of the machine. Now what we're looking for is checking the bodywork and also checking for any leakages off any of the hydraulic hoses that are used for the operation of the machine. Once you're happy with this, we can move down to the side and ensure that there's no damage to the exhaust, and then also our articulation point, which is in the middle of the machine. When assessing the articulation joint, we need to just ensure that none of the hoses are leaking. Then we just ensure that our footwells are nice and clear, and then we can move on to our rear drum. So here's our rear drum. Again, just check the hoses for no leakages and the bodywork at the same time. Once you're happy, we can move round to the rear of the machine. So the rear of the roller, here we just want to double check that the reflectors are in good working order and also that the headlights have got no cracks in them. Same as the front now, we can lift this up and it will reveal our scraper bar, making sure there's no debris in there and double checking that there's no debris attached to any of the water suppression system. Once you're happy with that, you can close it up and we can check out the ROPS bar. And just above the rear is the ROPS bar, which houses both of our operating beacons. Now the ROPS bar is integral to the safe operation of this machine, so you need to ensure that firstly it's in good working order and secondly it's secured correctly with the pins that are provided. Once you're happy with that, we can do our final checks on the other side of the machine, including both the drums and checking out the bodywork. Follow me. Now as you come down the other side, we're just checking the hydraulic hoses on each of the drums, making sure there's no leakages. On the right hand side is the ram for the articulation point on this machine, so we're going to check that there's no leakages there, make sure that the stairwells are nice and clear of any debris, and exactly the same on the front drum as well. Now once we're happy with all of these checks and the machine appears to be in good working order, we can now move on to our fluids and our levels checks on this machine. So to do so, we're going to need to open up the bonnet and have a look inside. Let's get started. The bonnet of this roller is secured with these two pins in between the articulator joint. Once you've released them, you can lift up the bonnet and expose your engine. Now the main components you need to be aware of on this machine is the hydraulic fluid, which is here in front of you, the air filter, the oil filling cap and oil dipstick, and the engine coolant, which is on the back right hand side. Another really vital component underneath the bonnet is the fuel filling cap, which you'll find on the left hand side of the machine. Now once you're happy with all your levels and your fluids, you can close the machine's bonnet and secure it safely. Now we're going to check our water suppression reservoir, which you'll find on the left hand side of the operator's seat. I'll show you where. Now our final fluid check is our water reservoir, which, like I said, it was on the left hand side of the operator's seat. To fill it up, just lift off the cap, as easy as that. And to read the level of the water inside the machine is down here on the left hand side of the operator's seat. And those are all our fluids and levels checks now completed. All we've got left to do is our electric and our safety test that we need to do inside our cockpit. Now to get inside the machine, we always must use 3 points of contact, and on the Bomag 120 we have got one handle on the console of the machine and also another on the operator's seat for you to use. Now when comfortably in your seat, the first thing that you need to do is pop your seatbelt on, that you'll find on your right hand side to be secured on your left hand side. Once you've got it in, give it a good tug to make sure it's working. Please note the machine will not operate without the seatbelt engaged. Compliance is shown with the green beacon above you flashing when the machine is turned on. Once you're happy that your seatbelt is in good working order, you can open up your cockpit and pop your key in and turn the machine to position 1. This will allow us to access the electrics. We need to turn on our headlights and also our beacons. Check that the beacons are working correctly above you, and also check that the headlights are working on the front of the machine. Once you're happy with those electrical tests, you can turn these off and key off the machine. And at this point now, the machine is ready for work. You can now either exit the machine using 3 points of contact, or you can begin your day's tasks. And there you go, guys, that is our full pre-operational checks for the Bomag 120 here at WHC Hire. Now, if you come into any problems whilst doing your pre-operational checks, you should get in contact with your local depot as soon as possible. Thank you ever so much for joining me, and until the next video, take care and bye-bye for now.